everybody, Chief Vice here, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Symphonia. Last time we made it to Heimdall and got the Elder's Staff so that we may come here to Latheon Gorge in order to collect the Mana Leaf Herb. So this episode we're going to make our way a little bit through more of Latheon Gorge and hopefully get to the Mana Leaf Herb. Alright, so I don't think we'll be able to get all the way through this dungeon in this episode, but I'd like to get at least through most of it. As I mentioned before, this dungeon is very lengthy. Hopefully with all the battles to cut out, we may be able to make it, but it did take me a while to get through this while I was practicing, so I'll try my best. But anyway, now we're on to the new stuff we didn't see last episode. We want to stay down first.
That's it? I was just getting started.
Alright, so let's make our way past this enemy, grab this treasure. Extra gem level 3. How are we doing on extra gems? Alright. I've targeted a third, fourth extra gem level 4. Third, fourth, what?
That's it? I was just getting started.
A third extra gem level 4 is what I was trying to say. I want to go ahead and customize Genius's X skills so we can go ahead and make advantage of using those.
All talk, no action.
Alright, so if we head down in this little section of the dungeon, we see that we have a Devil's Arms chest here. Here we get Diablos, that is Perseia's Devil's Arm. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like real quick. Yeah, there we go. So we've almost collected all those. Just a little bit more to go. I think I want to say 2 more, but I can't quite remember how many we've already gotten, so I might have to check out that later. But anyway, we want to make sure to revive that plant so that when we ride this air, we'll be pushed to the left a little bit.
All aboard the servants of Mother Earth. Now you're weak. I summon you. Come, no. Ah, that's that. No way. Man, that was pathetic.
Alright, so in that last battle, Sheena went into overlimit and went ahead to use Gnome so that it deals damage and raises the defense of any characters in the area. Alright, so we have a new type of fruit around here, the Amango. We'll need these in a little bit to help out with the plant puzzle, so I'll go ahead and take as many as I can hold. We won't need them as often as the Karima, but we'll go ahead and take them anyway. Oop.
That was disappointing.
Alright, so this is the third room of the dungeon.
All talk, no action.
Now at this point in the dungeon there's going to be quite a few areas where we're going to going to a previous room to get all the treasures, because, well, gotta collect them all the treasures that is. Anyway, we got a third level 4 X gem, so as promised, let's go ahead and change around Genius's X skills finally. We want Rhythm, which doesn't really help with the AI. I actually don't know if they take advantage of this. But if you're playing normally as Genius, you can press A while casting a spell and it'll help reduce the cast time. Like I said, I don't think that would happen with AI, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, we want everything from the level 4 except immunity. So we'll have speed cast, which decreases spell casting time, really nice for him. Spell save, which is that same one that Rain has. And spell charge, where you can delay a spell, I guess. I don't know, I've never really used it, but the important thing is, by combining all those skills, we'll also get Concentrate, just like Rain has. So now both Rain and Genus will get Concentrate. The compound X skill won't show up until I get into another battle, but we'll get it eventually. But anyway, if we take this purple flower, we'll fall down to this... Oops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to feed the plant. But we'll fall down to this little area that's pretty much at the bottom of this place. But we want to feed this plant some Karima so that we can travel through this waterfall and collect this hidden treasure over here. So, Star Cap, we can equip it on a couple of different characters, but I want to give it to Genus because it rates his intelligence a little bit. And there should be another treasure chest at the bottom once we travel back over. Alright. And it will be Rare Shield for Zelos. Let's go ahead and equip that for him. And we'll go ahead and take this purple flower back out. Okay, so now we're back in the second room. This is where the Diablo's chest is. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you back in the room we were just in. Alright, we've made it back to this room again. Unfortunately, the enemies do respawn in this dungeon, so... Oh well, nothing we can do about that. Basically, all the plants in this room we just want to revive. Yeah, and then we want to take this top one, so that when we get to those treasure chests up there... Oop, a little bit too early. You can see that treasure chest at the top of the screen, so we're going to make our way over there. So if you revive the 2 plants that I did, then you'll be able to get up.
That's it? I was just getting started.
Alright, so even if you don't want the treasure up here, it's a very good idea to come over here, because otherwise you're going to be stuck later in the dungeon. So Flare Greaves and Toroid, 2 weapons we can equip on our characters. Flame Greaves for Regal, and Toroid is for Colette here. So some nice strength boosts, we'll take it. And the reason you want to come up here is to revive this plant. He's not going to be relevant for quite some time, but he will be helpful, trust me. Anyway, we can just... well, this is the only option we have, so we'll have to take him. And there's an angry plant going to run into us. Also, I want to set up Regal with some cooking again, so that we can restore our TP, because, well, Sheena, her AI likes to use a lot of TP, so that'll help us out a little bit. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else around here, so we just have to take this purple flower, and this one will not drop us down to the bottom. It's going to take us over to the next screen. And now I don't know the most efficient way to get through this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Oops, did not want to bubble. Just wanted to feed this plant. You see that this guy is just kind of aiming at the edge of the screen. Oops, I missed there. Alright, let's ride this one. And it's gonna drop us down. And you see, here's this treasure chest that we saw last episode, but we couldn't get to. And it's another X-Gem level 4, so definitely worth it. There are not very many of those throughout the game, so... Well, now we're back at the beginning of the dungeon, so I'll meet you back up where we were before.
All talk, no action.
Oh, we have a skit here. I think this is the one I missed earlier. Of course, Regal's one of the best chefs we know. Oh, you did make it with your feet? Okay, thank goodness. I guess you gotta have some fun every now and then.
That's it? I was just getting started.
Oh, we have another skit for cooking with Regal. Well, wouldn't put it past you. Yeah, Regal seems to be a pretty good cook around here. I wonder if he was talking about, per se, his sister there.
I was just warming up.
Okay, we made it back over here, and, well, we might be able to make it through most of this dungeon in this episode. Fortunately, all the backtracking and enemy battles are taking up most of the time. There's going to be a lot cut out. But anyway, let's try and figure out what we need to do here. So we need to get over to this cliffside here, right in front of me. But as you can see, there's these two plants that are, well, blowing in the opposite direction. Oh, and don't worry about this guy, it's just going to take you back down to the bottom where we went before. So we don't have to worry about him. So we're going to need to find a way to get rid of those plants so that this one can carry us over to that cliff. First, let's go ahead and revive him. And we'll want to take this plant over here across. If I can make it up there. Nope, not in time. The good thing to remember, if you miss with the Sorcerer's Ring the first time, don't immediately try and Sorcerer's Ring again, because they have it timed out to where the bubble lasts as long as the next wind. Anyway, so if the Karima helps revive dead plants, let's see what the Mongo does to live plants. Yep, it helps them wilt. So now this one is not blowing wind in the wrong direction anymore. But we still have to do something about that other one over there. So let's go ahead and give him a Mongo as well. And upon doing so, both the plants that were getting on our way before have now been wilted. So we can just ride this plant right on over to our destination. This tree important? No, it's just a normal tree. Okay. I think we want to revive that plant, if I remember. So I think this one blows upwards. I imagine if you don't revive it, you would fall back down to that bottom area, but I'm not exactly sure. I've never tested it, and I don't want to test it right now, so we'll just go ahead and revive that plant so we can go where we actually need to go. Okay, so now I think there's not too much treasure around this area, if any at all. Not until the end, anyway. If I can time this right. This is just focus on getting across. No focus on treasure collecting, fortunately. At least I hope. I don't think I found any treasure around here. Let's try going left, I think. Actually think we might want to go right, but let's go ahead and... Okay, it doesn't make a difference. That one's not going to blow us up anyway. Okay, never mind then. Guess we can only go right. And only go right again. Most of the time you only have a few options to travel at this part of the dungeon, so nothing too terribly difficult. We want to revive this one because we'll go ahead and blow air upwards for later. Oh, and that airstream that's right below us, yeah, that's why we needed to revive that plant earlier on. Now that plant that was all the way back at the bottom is blowing air upwards all the way here, so if you didn't revive them, you gotta go back down. But anyway, we made it to this cave area now. Let me do some party rearranging right here. Alright, I've done a little bit of rearranging. I just swapped Zealous out for Lloyd. For this battle. Yep, we got a battle with another fake. It's been quite some time. He's the same enemy. But in order to keep track on his HP, I want to magic lens him anyway. Now, if you remember, these guys are resistant to anything, or they're resistant to everything, but if you try and use physical attacks on them, you won't be able to damage them at all. And he's attacking me, so I'm not going to be able to get I'm not going to be able to get some magic. That's why I have Zealous. I want to try and get some magic if I can, but if he's targeting me, there's not much I can do because Zealous does not get Concentrate. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to turn on Rain's Photon so she could help out to do damage when she's not healing. Maybe I can get away from this fake a little bit. I was hoping Sheena could do some distracting for us while I try and cast some spells. Unfortunately, Zealous is a slow caster, at least compared to Genus. But we'll at least get some damage out. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing much damage because Lloyd's not going to be doing much. It doesn't really matter what spell you use, although Eruption seemed pretty effective. Use any spell you want, really. He's resistant against them all, so... Actually, I think he's not resistant to darkness. Or maybe it's lights. I think there's a spell he's not resistant to. I wasn't paying attention and they're all clustered. Ooh, Sheena's about to die. I'm gonna heal her up before she does. Even though Rain is perfectly capable of doing so herself. I'm not gonna get very many spells off of Zealous, but we at least done a little damage with him. This battle's just gonna take some time as we slowly whittle away his health. Genus and I, and hopefully Rain will join in every once in a while when she sees fit. Oh, most of those grave hits missed. What is Rain casting? Been taking a while, that's for sure. Oh, nurse, okay. And he distracted me. We'll get there soon. And he's almost done. Is Sheena flashing? She might get an overlimit soon. In that case, we could use a summon against her. Or against him. Okay, cool. Let's see, who do we want to use this time? I want to test if he's weak to light. Let's go ahead and use Summon Spirits of Light. I think that did 1,000 damage, so I think he is not resistant to light. So that's helpful. Also, Luna gives a magic up effect to allies in the close area to where she attacks. So that's helpful as well. We've seen most of the summon spirits now. So that's pretty cool. We only need to see Celsius and Shadow. Anyway, I'll go ahead and switch back. Thank you, Zealous, for your help. It was very needed. Okay, let's keep going for a little bit. Alright, so that enemy has the memory gem, although it's not too terribly helpful in this dungeon. You'll see why. Possibly next episode. I wanted to give Blue Saphira back to Lloyd. There we go. So there's an exit out there, but don't worry about that. There's nothing out there. It's just a way the wind can blow you. So if we come up here, we got another treasure chest. Droughtner. What is that again? Oh, it's a bracelet. Okay, cool, cool. Who could use it? Would you like that? Yeah. Help out Rain. Why not? There may be one, or I think there's another treasure chest in this cave, if I remember correctly.
That was disappointing. That's it? I was just getting started.
Alright, so we've taken care of those enemies, and maybe a treasure chest up here? No, just Creamery. Okay, oh well. go ahead and grab some while we're here. Yeah, we'll need some more later on, so might as well stock up on them while they're there. Because you don't want to be stuck without them, that's for sure. But anyway, this flower should take us to the top. Well, not straight to the top. There's a little cave behind that waterfall there. Wonder what that's all about. But if you've been reviving all the plants, then you should have been able to make it up here. You can take this plant just to go back in the cave. That's that entrance that I skipped on before. Well, we've traveled a long distance. Alright then. Must be getting pretty close here. Treasure... no. Okay. Just double checking. Never know. There's some plants here, but I'm not gonna worry about that for right now. We'll go see what those guys are about in a little bit. But anyway, we've made it to a little hut up here. And, well, next time on Let's Play Tales of Symphonia, we'll find out who lives in this hut. Most likely the storyteller that we've been hearing about, since that's what we came here for. But I'll see you next time.